Hey folks, so I want to make some videos to show you a bit about the project repository, how to get started making some modifications and adding things for your project. So we're going to start at the project template repository, which I've created for you and provided a link to in a few different places. Um, and so um, the one of your team members needs to be the um, project repository owner. It doesn't matter exactly who, but that person is going to come to the repository, the template repository, and choose this option of fork. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to make essentially a copy of the repository, but still keep it connected to the template repository, perhaps if I need to push some sort of change in the future. I would encourage you to make the repository name something consistent with your project rather than leaving it 24SU32 project template. That's not super exciting. And leave it in the account of whichever user is creating the fork. You can give it a description if you'd like, and then click Create Fork, and it will take a minute or so, maybe less, to actually create the copy of the repository for you. Once you do that, so let me just go ahead and do this, create a fork. While it's doing it, probably, you can come to settings. This is the project owner again, or the repository owner, I should say, and click on collaborators. So settings, collaborators, and then you would need to invite the rest of your team to be able to collaborate on this project. So either get their GitHub usernames or the GitHub email addresses that they've used to create their accounts. And of course, this needs to be on github.com, not the Corey Enterprise version of GitHub. Okay, once you have created the fork and added your team members, back at the main page, you can go ahead and each team member, once they accept the invite, can clone this repository to their laptops. You can do it through GitHub Desktop, you can do it through the command line, whichever way you'd like to clone it, totally fine. In fact, you can even do it through VS Code. I forget to tell you all that sometimes, but there's lots of different ways to clone a repository to your local machine. So whichever way you're most comfortable with, go ahead and do that.